What's going on, guys? Welcome to the BSBN podcast. Today it's me, myself, Patrick, and Dan here with me.
Hi, hi guys.
We're
What's
missing
up?
out. We're missing out on Vic today. Vic had some unfortunate stuff to go deal with today, so he's out working his butt off out there in the real world while we're here just bullshitting about sports. So Dan, I wanted to touch up on this today. We have a lot of good primetime games to talk about from last week, and we're going to lead right now into the first one, which is the 49ers versus the Rams, which we all got wrong, by the way. This game was incredible. I don't know how you felt about it, but the fact that Mac Jones came in to this game right now, they came out 3-1 to versus the Rams. I think we're also 3-1. Both teams are 3-1. Mac Jones comes out with no starters besides McCaffrey. Everyone else is out. Ayuk is out. I think they had a wide receiver 3 was their number one guy, and the rest of them were all just.
It was basically all, from what I saw, especially on like the internet, on Twitter and everything. It was a whole bunch of squad teams. It was a whole bunch of practice squad players that were on their team because they didn't have their starters.
And they managed to somehow pull away a win against the Rams. Now, there were some absolute unfortunate events with the Rams. Williams, the running back, fumbling the ball at the one. I think he fumbled twice. There's like a whole bunch of stuff that happened with that game. But the fact that they pulled out this win by a field goal was insane.
The Rams are a very good team, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the mistakes that are happening and the reasons why they're losing, the Rams players themselves are to blame. I mean, yes, this game went to overtime, and McVay being one of the more creative coaches in the league, and you're taking the ball out of Stafford's hands and trying to run it up the middle. There's no creativity in that. So of course you're going to lose that game or put yourself in a losing position.
Was that the fourth down play where they ran it up the gut or something like that? Right,
that was 4th and 1, and they tried to run it right up the gut. It's like McVay only could think of that one play to run it, not be a little bit more creative and keep it in the hands of Matt Stafford, who had an incredible game, because no guy should go 30 and 47 and have 389 yards and be taking the ball out of your hand. You are the guy that are driving them down the field at that point.
Yeah, and he's like one of the
putting them in these critical positions.
Yeah, and he's like one of the most winning quarterbacks in ever to win a game in final drive or overtime experiences. I think he's like 5th of all time is what they showed on the broadcast. So for him to come out, he didn't have a single interception thrown, 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. He threw amazing, and I do agree with it. Like, you're 4th and 1, but I think you know what it all comes back down to. I think it comes back to like the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Seahawks, where you 1 yard away. And now everyone thinks that 1 yard, if I don't run that ball, I'm going to be made. That's it. I'm done.
But let's be real here. That game, like, everybody knew that was stupid because you're literally at the 1 yard line in goal.
Yeah.
You're inches away from the goal line, and you have Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
You run the ball in with him, no?
100%. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Pete Carroll made the right play call there. That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of the people go into this going, you know what? I have to run this ball.
Being in red zone territory and being in field goal range, and I think it was field goal range where they
I don't remember I don't remember where it happened at. I think they were still fighting for it.
But you have enough yards to go to make a reasonable short gain to pick up that first down. You don't have to throw it deep to get a touchdown out of that. I mean, the touchdowns win you the game, but at that point, running the ball, I did not like that call, especially right up the gut and not having any creativity for that one play, especially McVay.
I'd be fine running the ball up the middle if it was working. It's like they had like a amount of runs that game, and it's not like it had crazy success. You know, the majority was on the passing, and everyone got the ball. Every receiver got the ball practically on that team. Like, they had a lot of guys with, I think, over 60 plus yards or whatever the case was. At least 4 of them all had 60 plus yards of receiving. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like 4 or 5 of them all had 60 plus yards or some shit.
Adams, 88 yards. Puka Nacua, 85. Atwell, 72. Williams, 66.
Which is the running back, and then like everyone
Yeah.
got the ball. Otherwise, it's like I agree. Where it's like in this situation where the running game isn't really doing you too well, and it's actually been where you got the turnovers from. I'd rather you just go ahead and try to pass it, because both of your things. I think when Stafford was the one who ran the ball, that's when he got the fumble. So I'd rather you just go ahead and try to pass this ball in to get a first down at the very least to keep your hopes alive. But the fact that they ran it up the gut on a team that has not been allowing the run in the San Francisco 49ers, and then that was a big mistake by the Rams.
Did they have another block field goal this week, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, there was a block field goal this week. There was another block field goal this week, which was insane to me. I could not believe, once again.
At this point, the Rams are to blame. It's not the coaching, because McVay had that one bad call, but this is more so on the players and them not doing their job.
I think it's a kicking thing around the league. So many kickers have been around the league doing it, but the Rams, this is the second time, because they got blocked against the Eagles, and then they got blocked again against San Fran the very next week. That's insane to kind of, come out in the Eagles game. 2 times in the Eagles. So that's 3 block field goals this year. I don't know if they had any others. If anyone else does, then, feel free to comment below. But it's just insane to me that they came out and really got 3 block field goals in a single year, which I'm not sure is too unheard of. But for me, I feel like there's an insane amount this year. There's so many block field goals throughout the league. It's insane. It just is. I keep saying the word insane because it's just insane. I don't know what else to say about it. Nacua has a great game, obviously. He had a lot of receptions there, 85 yards, like what you said earlier. He played great in the second half, because the first half he was locked down. They had him shut down the entire first half. And then I don't, like, you know what? Screw the Rams in the situation. The big story about this game was Mac Jones. Mac Jones goes down 3 different times, hurt this entire game. And he came back every time to get back into the play, whether it be 1 or 2 plays later, and got back to immediately throwing that ball. Every time he got hurt, he had a leg issue, a hip issue, a knee issue. He just kept going. He's like, I got it. He was hobbling at the end of that game. I'm shocked that he even made it out of there alive. It was insane. And he did great. He did amazing as well. He had identical stats to Matthew Stafford.
He just threw under 350 yards.
Just almost identical stats to Matthew Stafford. And then on top of that, he played his ass off. He played really good, and I was happy to see him do that. And then they had guys like Kendrick Bourne, who came out. I think he had over 125 yards, something like that. He did great.
142.
And then McCaffrey had like 60, 70 yards, something like that as well. They had a lot of these guys come out and really show, I mean, McCaffrey's been their life and blood. He's been the guy on that team this whole year.
McCaffrey has been the guy at both teams that he's been on so far.
Yeah, and
the Panthers and the 49ers.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for ever doubting him, because you know what? I picked him up in fantasy, and I feel like every week I have a question of, should I bench him? And then meanwhile, he's been like the best running back in the league, like week in, week out.
Yeah, well, I had no running back this week in fantasy, so
yeah, I know you had Henry, and then you had Hampton, who got injured.
Yeah, I had Hampton down,
and you still won in fantasy versus me. You still beat me in fantasy, which was crazy to me. But I mean, at the same time, it is what it is. Jamar Chase had an amazing game, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, Mac Jones coming in, and that was such warrior stuff to see him come out and play like that, and that was incredible for him to come out and just be injured, come back into the game, be injured again, come back. Like, he looked like he was dead each time. Each time he went out, you thought he was gone for good, and then he just came back in the next play or 2 plays later, perfectly. He's like, all right, listen, I got this.
Of the player, he has the mentality of a player that's not gonna stop competing.
Yeah, and it was really good to see. I was happy for Mac Jones. I think everyone like I'm not a 49ers fan by any means, but I gained so much respect for Mac
Oh,
Jones.
this was a great game for the 49ers to win the way that they
Yeah.
won it. It's kind of impressive, if you ask me,
Yeah, no,
that you're playing with a whole bunch of guys that could be practice squad players and you're pulling out the W at that point. I mean, all props to Kyle Shanahan and that coaching staff over there to make them compete in this game.
yeah, it was fantastic. So I'm very happy to see him. But now the big question is, and I don't do we remember if we talked about this? Did Brock Purdy get signed to this team? Like, is he
I
officially
believe
signed?
Brock Purdy is signed.
Is he officially signed contract? Let's go look at the contract. He is. So he is on a yeah. So he signed a contract this year for 5 years, $265 million extension. And he came into the season. He's got how many? What's his touchdowns and interceptions ratio? What is he doing right? I know he's doing bad. He's did
He's been
bad in the games
injured
that he's
too.
played. He has been injured, but Mac Jones literally just showed that he came in. What are you going to do? Like, you're going to be injured. Injury's going to happen. But he's come in. He's right now. He in both games he played against Jacksonville. He's played against Seattle. In both games, he had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He played better in the was that preseason? That's 9-7. That's not even regular season, right? 9-7, September 7th. That is regular season. Never mind. I'm so far.
Yeah,
I'm so thrown back by the fact that we're like starting earlier now in the season. It feels like
we're
so.
going to week 6.
That's nuts to me. That's crazy that we're already a third of the way into the season. That's nuts. That's
Yeah, I
insane.
know.
But yeah, so he's played 2 preseason. He's played 2 regular season games. He did good against Seattle and then lost against Jacksonville. We're going to talk about them, I think, probably after this. I kind of want to go into that game like almost instantly, but yeah, just so he's got 4 interceptions, 4 touchdowns with 586. Honestly, he's not playing great by any means, and I don't know, and you can't even say it's the talent because Mac Jones has been on this team every game and he's come out and he's played amazing so far this season. He's 6-1 right now on touchdown ratio with a 905 on the yards, and he hasn't had Ayuk, he hasn't had any of his starters either. But he's coming out and they're winning. They're 4-1 right now. So I mean, he's played in 3 of the games. He got 3 starts. And he hasn't played bad teams either. He played New Orleans. That's probably the worst game. But he played Arizona, who's not a bad team, even though they are really. We'll get into that one later as well. But he played Arizona, and then he just beat the Rams in overtime. You can call it luck, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but he won the game. He did great. There was nothing wrong with what he did. He's doing better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now, and he's basically a career backup, unless someone takes him for a full season. And I don't think it's going to be San Fran with the fact that they just got Purdy on a 5-year contract.
Yeah, no, I see. Here's the thing: when you're a backup, especially like a Mac Jones guy. I feel like Mac Jones.
You're good.
Oh no, my dog is barking.
Yeah, let him be a dog. It's fine.
Okay, but yeah, Mac Jones, I don't think is going to take away. I don't think is going to take away from him being the starter. For him getting the starting job, I think that's in Brock Purdy's hand, and they're going to let him start when he comes back. But Mac Jones has been, and if this game doesn't say that enough, he accepted that role to come in and play when he needs to play, and you could rely on him.
So if you're going into this, Mac Jones is not Mac Jones. Purdy is questionable for week 6 going into it, and they're versing. Who are they versing next week? I don't know who they're versing. Who's week 6? Who we got them on week 6?
They are playing
Tampa. They're going in against Tampa, which is another good team. Do you start
if
Purdy
he's
this
still
game?
questionable, it really depends. If you want him to get full healthy, I say ride with Mac Jones right now because he has the hot hand.
But he's also hurt. He's also another one. I mean, he's listed as active right now. He's not listed as inactive or anything like that. But he's also been banged up this last game. He's been dealing with a knee
Yeah,
injury
but
all
banged
season.
up, you're a football player. You're gonna be banged up. Like we've seen football players come out in Super Bowl and say that they've been battling injuries the whole season. So it's just a football player mentality that they're gonna be banged up, but they're gonna go out and play. It's the mental toughness that these players have.
So you're saying if Brock Purdy's healthy, you go with him to start?
I said if you want him to get fully healthy, block Brock Purdy. I say rest him this week and start Mac Jones because he has the hot hand right now. And it showed with his stats that he put up against the Rams.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, I could see it if he's not fully healthy, leave him out. And then if you feel like Mac Jones is just too hurt at the moment or whatever case is, or if you feel he's not putting up the game, then maybe sub him in. But right now, I think Brock Purdy should just be the backup for this week and maybe start him in week 7 if you can, unless they're on a bye. I don't know what their bye week, but yeah, I mean, if you can put him in for week 6 because he's healthy, then fine. But if it's like a game time decision, maybe list him as the backup and then just have Mac Jones go into there, see how he does, and if he plays bad, then put in Purdy. Just kind of swing it out there.
I agree because, like I've been saying, it is impressive what the 49ers pulled off this week, especially
incredible.
Like a team against the Rams.
Incredible game.
Like, you don't normally see teams like that or at that caliber where they lose all their starters. And yeah, the 49ers are riddled with injuries again this year, and it sucks because this is a team that has competed to be in the playoffs year in and year out with Kyle Shanahan, and it sucks that another year in a row your team is getting injury prone again, and ride with Mac Jones this week and let Brock Purdy actually get healthy.
I got to ask you then real quick before we jump off of this topic, are the 49ers legit? Do you have them being a playoff team, like a legit playoff team?
I had them being the top team in the West, in all honesty.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. At the beginning of the season, I didn't. But that might just be my.
No, I mistake. I have them being the top team in the West.
I had this actually going to the Seahawks. I thought the Seahawks were gonna. They're still doing good. Jackson Smith has been playing amazing, and he's playing great as a wide receiver. They're doing good over there. Sam Darnold's not playing bad. I think they have a shot at still winning.
Just that division is way too competitive. Each team
which is weird.
Arguably even when you look at it on paper.
Which is weird.
Like even Arizona is one of those teams where when Kyle Murray's actually like locked in, he is a good quarterback. Like I don't understand.
Aren't the Rams in that division too?
Yeah. It's San Fran, Seattle, Rams, and Arizona.
Oh, that is a competitive team. I think the Rams are still the best team out of that division. But the fact that
defense, without a doubt, if you look at it like paper wise.
Yeah, I mean between them and San Fran, because San Fran's got a good defense as well. They're playing great defense. They can play defense for sure. And then the Seahawks, I think, are just like I think I had the Seahawks winning this one because I didn't know how the Rams were going to come out this year, and I honestly didn't think they were going to come out good at all. I mean,
what's his name is back as a defensive coordinator too. The Jets head coach. What was his name?
Yeah. Salah's back there now.
Salah is back there as the defensive coordinator. So
I'm going to bring up this stat.
You know that defense is going to be very good.
I'm going to bring up this stat later because I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter, but Robert Salah's brother called out the Jets on Twitter yesterday. And he talked about it. He goes,
I think it's stupid that they just moved on from a head coach.
He said, he goes, in week 5, the Jets owner Woodson, whatever his name is, they needed a spark, and so they got rid of the coach, and then they went 3-14 since then without Salah. Salah joins a new team. He's immediately 4-1 on his next team with the defense playing impeccable.
Honestly, my whole opinion behind that is I think that was more so Aaron Rodgers is doing.
100%. 100%.
It wasn't that they needed to get rid of a head coach because they didn't. Salah proved that he can run a defense, and he proved it with the 49ers because the 49ers were, before he got selected to be a head coach, they were the top defense in the league, the 49ers. With Salah at the realm at DC. So, moving on to Aaron Glenn, I get why you did it. Or I don't get why you did it, but I get why you picked him up as a head coach.
Aaron Glenn's not even doing bad. I don't think he's even doing bad as a coach. We'll get into the Jets after. We'll get into the Jets later. But yeah, no, I think that the whole solid thing is there. But I did want to go into this game real quick, because I want to get into the Jacksonville and Kansas City, which I think is another game here that we're going to be like, between all three primetime games were great. This, the Bills game, and sorry, the Patriots game,
I
and
mean,
and
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 also
and the
you
Jacksonville
have to
game.
talk about the Broncos Eagles game too,
We
in
will,
my opinion.
100%. But these primetime games were incredible to me, and I think they were fascinating. Like, Jacksonville came out and did something that I don't think I've seen yet from versing the what's it called, in going into the game against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm so sorry for the blank out there. Which is they came in and they came back from, I know it sounds weird, but it's like they came back from a 15-0 deficit, which against the Chiefs is not an easy thing to do. I feel
Oh,
like
you would believe that the Chiefs would have ran away with that game.
1,000%.
Being
Once it came
14-0.
4-0, I was like, I got to turn this game off. It's going to become nothing. And I thought it was gone from that point, because no one really does that against Kansas City, except for the elite teams. The elite teams might, but even then, it's like, it's very rare that they get a lead and they lose it like that. So it was shocking to me that Kansas City actually came out and they lost that game, and in the most comedic fashion ever. The Trevor Lawrence doing that Tom and Jerry falling over twice to get up and run it into the end zone, which has to be like the greatest 1-yard run touchdown of all time. It has to be.
Yeah,
There's nothing more. He got tripped over by his right guard stepping on his foot. He falls down, tries to get back up, falls down again. No one is on him yet. He gets up and runs it in for a touchdown, and Chris Jones watched him with no effort to go after him. He just went, this man really just got up. I'm going to just let him have it. He gave zero effort to going in and try to tackle Trevor Lawrence. He just was like, man, I can't believe he just got up just now. I can watch him low.
You also have to talk about Travis Hunter's catch.
Oh yeah, Travis
That
Hunter's catch
was beating two. Making a catch like that, that's very hard for a rookie.
He got ragdolled midair. That's hard for any receiver. He got ragdolled midair. For his size, for him to do that, he got like hip tackled basically in the air. Like they grabbed him by the hip, mid tackle. He went, oh, and kept the ball and comes down with it. That was insane. That was a great catch by Travis Hunter. That was a great catch by him. And he didn't play bad on defense either. He had a pass deflection in that game. I think he had 2 tackles or something like that.
Like I said, we hold rookies to a very high standard because of everything they do in college. And yeah, you should hold them to a high standard. But at the same time, I think people don't realize how different the 2 games are from college to the NFL.
I think
it takes rookies a couple games to get into a rhythm to where they can figure out the way the NFL plays. And I think you need to give Hunter that time, and he will figure out what his role is on this Jacksonville Jaguars team.
I think that when it comes to any sport, when it comes to their rookies, there's going to be a telltale sign that this player is going to be good or not, right? There's good play. There's elite players. There's great players. There's good players, and then there's depth players. I guess good and depth players kind of go hand in hand. But like for example, right? Out of rookies, when they came out, Patrick Mahomes came out of college and still did amazing. I'm going to take him because he's a part of the elite group of the elites. He is one of the elite.
Yeah, but he also has a very elite an elite coach coaching him, and then gave him time on the bench. And when he was ready, he put him in.
How long did he sit on the bench?
I believe it was the year that they went to the playoffs with Alex Smith, where he came in.
Alex Smith.
Yep.
Was Alex Smith still playing when he was on that team?
Yep.
Dude, I gotta look this up.
Patty
But
Mahomes was the backup quarterback behind Alex Smith.
that's crazy. Is that legit? Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. Wow. I see. I guess I at that time I guess I wasn't really paying attention to the Chiefs at all because I mean who the hell was? No one was really caring about them too much. Okay, so yeah, he got his first start on New Year's Eve against the Broncos. Wow, in
Yep.
2017. That's crazy. And he won the game. He actually won that game. 22 for 35, 284 passes, 107. So he did play that season, but he didn't
Yeah.
play much of it. But that was kind of like maybe their throwaway game or something like that. I don't know. But whatever the case was. But like there are rookies that come in and instantly show that they're a good player and not just for like one game. They show that they're meant to play. You know, like him, Josh Allen, when they did come in, they made an impact, you know?
Yeah.
And like
And then when you look at wide receivers, you looked at Malik Neighbors. He
Malik
made an
Neighbors.
impact right away for the Giants.
Yep. And then,
Same
you
thing
know,
with OBJ.
yeah,
They
same thing
both
with
made
him.
impacts right away.
Same thing with him. And I know he had one of the best seasons of all time, OBJ, but I'm sorry, still. And Giants fans can hate me for this. I'm a Giants fan myself. I'll take Neighbors over OBJ. That's just my opinion. But yeah, no.
Yes, I agree with you, but OBJ was more that the best player I can compare him to is he's more so the Deion Sanders, like cocky, arrogant, I'm that guy, this is my, and he likes to be in the party scene and everything. So yeah, he could be a distraction to a team. I feel like Monique Labors is more level-headed.
Yeah. But anyway though, to these rookies though, but I mean like Travis Hunter had an amazing game, and then you know who had a great game that game in that game was someone who desperately needed I talked about it last week with Marvin Harrison Jr., who came into his sophomore year and he's been doing really bad, and he had that great catch in their last week and whatnot for a touchdown, and I think he did good this game as well for Arizona, even though Arizona did lose, but that was their own fault. We'll touch on that later, but Brian Thomas Jr., who had an amazing rookie year, probably the best rookie wide receiver to come out that year, even over Neighbors with the way he was playing. He did great with what he was given. And then he came in and he was dropping a lot of balls. And then this game, he snagged, I think I compare it to the Giants Mario Manningham Eli catch, which was I think it was in the fourth quarter when they were driving up the field for the last drive.
Mhm.
Trevor Lawrence puts this ball perfect to go right over McDuffie's head. He tries to swat it, but it's perfectly over his head. And then he catches it over the shoulder to get out of bounds or whatnot. But he caught it. It was a
So
perfect place to throw.
Kind of like the Baker pass to Mbuka against the Eagles, where he just placed it perfectly
Perfect. It was
to
fantastic.
Mbuka
It was one of the best throws I've seen this
for the
year, and
touchdown.
that's another one. Those are two like top throws I think I've seen this year by a quarterback. That was insane. I watched it. I was like, "There's no way he just got that over." He was covered by three guys. He got two guys over him, one guy under, jumps, can't get a hand on it. He goes right over, but it falls right into his hands. That was the most breadbasket catch and throw I've seen this year, I think. Even probably over Mbuka, even though Mbuka's thing was incredible as well. But they were both so solid. I loved it. It was such a great play. But yeah, he played amazing this game, Brian Thomas Jr. And I loved it. I loved the way he was doing stuff. He was actually his route running was good. He had like solid like catches. He had 80 yards receiving this game, only off of 4 receptions. He played great, played fantastic. It's 20 yards a game. That's incredible going against one of the top safety cornerback duos that you could have in the league right now. That's insane, and he did amazing, and I love that for him. He was doing great. Travis Hunter obviously played well. You're muted right now.
The fact that they pulled off a comeback victory against the Chiefs is kind of shocking, but at the same way, the Jaguars are definitely a team that you're gonna have to look out for this
I'm
year.
I'm gonna talk about that here in a second because I want to ask you if they're legit or not. But like right now, I wanted to go into. We also had the Patrick Mahomes pick six, which was another
Yeah,
incredible
99
thing.
yards.
You don't see that happen to Patrick Mahomes. That's
No?
not a Patrick Mahomes trait. When he gets into your red zone, I'm expecting a field goal or a touchdown. There's no such thing as
Oh,
him throwing a
100%, absolutely.
99-yard interception. Like, he's not one of those guys. And I know a lot of people hate the Chiefs. I'm not really that much of a Chiefs fan myself either. But you can't deny
Like,
the
don't
fact
get
that
me
Patrick Mahomes
wrong.
is a fantastic quarterback.
When it comes to the Chiefs hate, and I hate this because we've seen this time and time again. We even see it with the Patriots. They were the top team. They showed that they were the top team for a long while. And how much hate did they get? It's you hate the top teams because they're doing what other teams stride out to do. They're being the best at what they're doing.
And I feel some of it is also because, like, we've seen some questionable calls because they have three Super Bowl wins, right? Debatably, they could have two. The Eagles could have won their first match against them as well.
They could have went back to back. The
But
Chiefs.
there was like they could have, but they also could have lost against
or
the
back
Eagles.
to back to back. My bad.
You could have, but they also could have lost against the Eagles the first time, and they lost against them the second time. They got obliterated the second time. But the first time, they won only because of a holding call. They won because of a holding call in the end zone. That was it. That's all it came down to, was a holding call to redo a play, and they get the game.
Yes, and this is where I firmly believe, and I agree with the players, is you can't put the games in the hand of the refs. If you do, it's going to bite you in the ass. And this goes for any sport. You can't let the refs, the umpires, control a game. If you let them control the game, it's going to bite you in the ass. And the player, have to be aware of this and not make these mistakes as blatantly clear to where they can be called. You have to take responsibility in knowing your role and being able to be in a moment like the Super Bowl, being able to refrain from making these refs dictate the game.
I feel like we have seen so many times in that game, especially in that Super Bowl, where we had a lot of bad penalties that should have been called, could have been called, but they're not because they're just letting them play. My thing was they let them play, and then the moment came down to it, they decided, all right, I'm going to call this call. Even if it's a weak call, I'm going to call it because it's coming down to the wire. You have to be
aware of this the whole game. I'm sorry, don't get me wrong, I agree that we're seeing a lot of penalties, but at the same time, you have to have an awareness of what's going on in the league and being able to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. But you have to have the self-determination to not make the holding call, not make the offside. That's on you, especially in a game like the Super Bowl. You can't put the game in you can't put the game in the hands of the refs. Like, don't get me wrong, I like blaming refs when they need to be blamed, but at the same time, when it comes down to like Super Bowl or playoff type games, you got yourself there. You can't make the mistakes that the refs are going to try to pick up on.
Yeah, it was just like it's the fact of questionable. I think it's the reason why the people hate the Chiefs is because they get a lot of these questionable type. It's never the amount of penalties.
Yeah, but you can say the same for the Eagles with the tush push. Half these tush push calls, you can say that it's offside.
You can. You absolutely not. You mean like the like a false start or whatnot? Like
a false start, offsides, or whatever
illegal formation. Sorry, illegal.
Oh yeah, illegal formation too.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Come on.
And I think the tush push,
it goes both ways.
The tush, like, and I'm gonna have a sleeper thing against them, but like, I'll talk about it actually. You know what? I'm gonna talk about it during the Eagle game because we actually have something to talk about with the tush push. I think in the Eagles game. But I just want to finish off here with the Jags and the Kansas City before we go off too many tangents here. But I think but Jacksonville played amazing, and I think that 99-yard interception by what was his name? Was it Devin Lloyd? Was it Devin Lloyd?
I'm just gonna say that right now.
Was what?
That 99-yard return interception, that's gonna spark this team to be a team to compete with.
The Jaguars? Okay, I was gonna ask you, are they a legit team? Do you find them to be a legit team that can do something in the playoffs?
They're showing it time and time again, being 4-1 and beating some very good teams so far, if I'm not mistaken.
To beat Kansas City, I don't know if they had much competition. They did. They beat the Panthers, a banged up Bengals team, and the
They lost to the Bengals, but they beat
yeah,
the
they lost
49ers.
the Bengals, and then they beat the
They beat the
49ers.
49ers
Yeah,
and they beat the
they
Texans.
beat
Like, yeah,
their
okay,
only
the Texans
loss.
are struggling right now, but
But
they still beat them.
The 49ers is a team to go against, though. That is a team that they did beat, and that's a good one to compare. So they beat two good teams in a row. I'm not going to count the Texans, even though I had them in that division, which is sad to see what they're going through right now. Although we'll get into that game after this. It was kind of a bloodbath as well. But yeah, no, the fact that they are coming out, I think this is a team that, like, when you're looking at the Jaguars, I'm still
They're young and determined.
they are, and I hope you're right about that being the spark that could really make them consistent. The jury is still out for me. Like, I can't gauge whether I want to call them real or not. I guess we're 5 weeks in. They verse the Seahawks next week, right? That's another good test for them. And then they do have an easier schedule this year. They don't have a very hectic schedule.
When you look at other teams' schedule compared to the NFC East, you're not going to see any team have a harder schedule.
Definitely not, and that's just the sad part.
So it's very like lopsided when the NFL makes their schedule.
1,000%, and going and just
because when you look at it, how often do the Giants play the Jets? How often? It's only one time every how many years?
Rare.
It's very weird how they make their schedule, how they construct it.
I would love to see
that.
Like,
don't get me wrong. I would like to see the NFC East at least play one team from each division at least once a year to make the schedules more evened out, so it's not this heavily favored to one division having the hardest schedule throughout the whole NFL.
Yeah, it's hard because I would like them to verse the Jets more. I feel like every sport kind of got that New York thing, going on, like the Rangers, the Islanders, the Mets, and the Yankees, the Knicks and the Nets. Even though the Nets are kind of terrible.
But to be fair, it's the Giants and the Jets. What have they really done in these few years?
I would still like to see it. New York
have that
fans,
kind of
New York fans would still like to see
be
it.
Like, oh, where. Yeah, but if you're looking at, like I said, if you're looking at it from a business standpoint,
that would be fantastic.
And
that sparks
it would be fantastic. But at the same time, what are both teams doing right now? Like this, and this is where, like, I've seen this topic multiple times this year. I don't think the way the Chiefs are playing, I don't think they're deserving of primetime games. I don't think the Bengals are deserving of primetime games. The way the Bills have played recently, they're not deserving of primetime games.
Hold up. Not even, we'll talk about the Bills later, but no, I'm going to disagree with you again.
I mean, the Bills are the best team right now, but yes, I don't
bring up that
think
topic because no, 100%. I'm defighting you on that one because there's no way we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
I think there's a lot of teams like the Ravens. The Ravens don't deserve prime time.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, these primetime games, they're not made like on the fly. They're made before the season. When you're going into these teams and you're looking at them, the Bengals beforehand, you would think they did because, well, Joe Burrow, when you have Patrick Mahomes and all his wide receivers and whatnot, and actually all of them playing, well, then yeah, you have a thing. But then you go into injuries and bad things going on. But where do you think?
I'm just getting tired of seeing the same 6 teams get the primetime spot when you have other teams in the league that are showing they're improving, that can give better games. And I feel like they're not getting that primetime slot or that primetime opportunity.
They might next year. We'll see. You never know. But where do you see this? Where do you see the Kansas City Chiefs going from here?
The Kansas City Chiefs are in a very hard division. They have the Chargers, they have Denver, and they have themselves. And I mean, yeah, we're going into week 6, and Rashid Rice is gonna come off of
suspension.
He'll be available to play week 7, but they're putting them in a spot right now to where they can still compete in that division. But once you get Rice back, you're gonna have to go full out. We're the team in the West. They're not in the West, right?
Yeah, they are. They're in the AFC West.
Yeah, the AFC West. They have to come out and show something.
Do you think that they win the division still at this point? When he comes back, when Rashee Rice comes back, do you think this team wins the division? Do you still have them out there? Because I think you had them before the season started. You had the Chiefs winning this division. Do you still have them now, 5 weeks
Let me
in?
actually see because I have my sheet. I'm pulling my sheet up right now. Yes, I did have the Chiefs winning the division and the Broncos being second.
So do you still have Kansas City winning now, 5 weeks in?
It really depends on how they show out next week and how they rebound from this, because you have Patty Mahomes. Like, you can't take out, like, yeah, okay, this is a downgradable Chiefs team, but when you still have a guy like Patty Mahomes that can run an offense just like Tom Brady did, you can't count out the Chiefs. There's always a way. Yeah, I can see them winning the division.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think like you can't count them out, but right now I think that
They're
they're,
struggle
they're
bus
not
right now.
they're not even. And I had them what I had them say. I said that they could possibly. I said maybe a max winning 2 games out of the first 6 before Rashee Rice gets in here. They're 2-3 right now.
I said they
I'm
needed
almost
to be
there.
3-3.
I said max they were going to win, and I said they could possibly. And if the Giants would have actually done something, they could have been, they could, but not really. I mean,
You
that's
said they
me and
were
my
going to finish
biasness.
1-3
Yeah,
or
one
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 and
and
one and
1-5,
five.
which I could have seen 100%. I could have seen them being 1-5. I wasn't expecting the Ravens to be this bad this year, so that's another thing there too. So that's another horrible thing for them. We'll get into the Ravens later as well. But oh my god, that's just like that. That was sad to see. Um, but yeah, I think they could still win the division. But I mean, I still think that the Broncos right now are my favorite out of this division. I still think they are. I think Bo Nix, their whole team is playing good. They're 3-2 right now. I could see them actually coming out and winning. Chargers as well. I'm not going to count them out, even with Omarion Hampton being out for 4 weeks. I don't think that's going to be bad because they have no running
Back-to-back
backs right
weeks,
now.
they really haven't looked good, in my opinion.
They haven't looked
Coming
great.
off the Giants loss and this game.
Yep, that Giants loss really did something to us. That was a giant loss for sure. Um, but yeah, I think the Broncos right now are my division winners. If I had to call it, like going into it, if I had to predict the future, I'll have the Denver Broncos winning it. Even if I just
I
the
still
Chiefs could
think
definitely
all
take
three
it.
teams are going to be wild card teams
Yeah,
by the end of
I
the
don't
year.
100%. I mean, everything's a wild card team until unless you're number one. I think the number one team in the league right now is for the AFC is going to be for me personally is going to be the Bills. I think everyone's the Bills. I mean, they're 4-1. They're tied 4-1 with 2 other teams right now. I mean, but I have them right now being my number one team in the AFC. They're the team to
But
go
yeah,
through.
I have the Bills being number one overall
Yeah.
too.
All right. So actually, let's jump into that game because it's
Funny
Sunday
enough,
night
I also
prime
have the
time.
Ravens being number two, but it's not looking that way right
Yeah, I
now.
think a lot of people had that before the season. But let's go into this Patriots versus Bills game. Bills wearing their whiteout jerseys, and they
Those
went
jerseys are
in.
beautiful, by the
They're
way, on TV.
amazing, absolutely amazing. That was incredible to see. Um, what's it
The
called?
white and the gray just go.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just beautiful, man.
yeah. That was incredible to see. Um, but that was hard, man. That was hard to watch the
Oh, this was
Bills.
definitely a hard watch
That
because
was
I find, and I don't know, I'll take over from here, but
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think, I, I think the Bills played down to the Patriots level, and I don't think that should be possible when you have a team with Josh Allen at the realm. And yeah, Josh Allen wasn't reading, making some right reads, holding on to the ball too long and trying to run with the ball. But at the same time, this is the Patriots. You're the team in the AFC East. You have to come out better than you did against the Patriots. I'm sorry. You can't let the Patriots gain hope that they can come and take that spot away from you, and you did just that.
Yeah, and they go ahead and
At home,
they
nonetheless.
beat the Bills at home, and I was not expecting that. It's like Drake May has been playing good. Don't get me wrong, they haven't beat many teams that they have good teams.
He didn't
to
even
really
throw
come
a touchdown, by the way.
in. Did he not throw a touchdown that entire game?
No,
Oh my god. I didn't even realize that.
nor did I until I just.
Wow. They didn't throw a single one.
Nope.
And they won that. Oh, that's
That makes it worse.
That's not nice. That's not good, man. Oh my god. That's bad. That's bad. I mean, yeah. I mean, then yeah, you have that's hard to come in here and with the fumbling that they had to I want to get into them because you know what? The Patriots, as much as they've been winning their games and like they won 3 games now.
Off turnovers, by the way.
Huh?
They're winning their games off turnovers.
But oddly enough, they're also turning over because Rondamore Stevenson has been fumbling all season.
Yeah, but they're getting the other team to turn over more, and that's a big part in why the Patriots are winning.
Yeah, their defense is playing incredible. They're playing a lot better than I was giving them credit before the season. I apologize to the Patriots fans out there. My Giants bias might be strong against you. I had you guys winning in 4th place, and that, well, you already see who's down there. But yeah, no, I could have swore this game was going to be a Buffalo Bills.
Funny enough, I had the Patriots in last too.
That's what, bro. No one. I didn't have them being there. I didn't expect Hill to have I'm going to call it a career-ending injury. I don't think he's coming back. I know he says he's going to come back next year. I don't see how. And if he does, I don't think it's going to be a good season.
I think the Dolphins are planning to trade him.
But prayers. No, they already released him. He's gone. He's off. Oh no, sorry. They're going to release him and he's gone after the season. They're
trade him or release him. That's what I saw, but I didn't know.
I think they're going to release. It's from the reports they're going to release him after the season. But when are we going to see Trayvon Henderson come into this team? We have Rondamore Stevenson keeps fumbling. Give the kid a chance.
Yup.
We've seen the rookie backs. We've seen rookies shine this year. And Booker came out and made an impact. Omarion Hampton came out and made an impact. Show the rookie some love.
I'm going to say this. If I was starting a Madden franchise with the Patriots, I would have Henderson be my prime running back. I don't care about Stevenson being the veteran. That I can care less of. Give this rookie kid a try.
And it's not even that he's bad. He's not a bad running back. He's turning the ball over a lot every game. He's turning it over at least once a game. You got to get him at it. Give Trayvon, even if it's just a couple of snaps, get him in the running game. There is no reason why out of this entire thing.
I believe he had their longest run against the Bills too.
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, possibly he had
24 yards.
Yeah, he had 6 carries.
And Antonio Gibson had 21.
So I mean, already 2 guys had better games than Rondamore Stevenson in just the short time that they played. Just give him the ball. Let him be the starter for a game. Let him show you.
Oh, by the way, both their touchdowns were rushing by Henderson.
Yeah, I know. That's the only by Stevenson. Yeah, but he also had the fumble as well. They these turnovers can make or break the game. And then Drake May, even without a touchdown, he still played great. It's not like he played bad. He got sacked 4 times this game, and he still put up incredible numbers. He put up decent numbers: 22 for 30, 273 yards. It's really not bad at all. For Drake May, I don't think anyone's coming into New England thinking New England's putting those numbers up against the Bills. I don't think anyone's coming out and saying that.
They very Drake May had came into form very quickly with the Patriots.
He's been doing good.
Even going back to last year.
Last year he had a lot more problems. Last year he fumbled a lot. He wasn't doing good.
But they're still riding with Drake May. They're not moving on from him.
And then Stefon Diggs. What a game by Stefon Diggs. He played almost 150 yards receiving, 10 receptions. Really showed who his favorite guy was of today. Usually it's Hunter Henry. Usually it's the tight end gets a lot of yards off of them. Henry has been such a great tight end for them. And then they came in. Stefon Diggs really just showed out against his former team. Was incredible.
He had to. It was a big game for him.
Big game. Big game. So that was nice to see. And it's but this game just was another good game to watch. Out of all the primetime games, I think this one if I had to rank the primetime games between Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, I think my favorite out of the three of them was
Go
probably the
San Fran.
San Fran, and then I'm putting probably I want this one
I'm
ahead.
putting this game second.
Right, I put this one second, and then Monday nights is third. Even though because the finale for Monday nights was incredible, and I think that was fantastic.
Just based on the teams that they were competing against.
Yeah, that was just, and they were all against good teams. I mean, and all of them lost. All the favorites
I said
lost.
this. It was all upset weeks.
Oh my god!
It was all a week of upsets.
I didn't even think about that. The entire primetime roster that lost were all the favorites. Because the Rams definitely, we all chose the Rams. They lost. The Bills lost. The Chiefs lost. That's insane. And the Patriots are 3-2 right now. They haven't versed many good teams, but they did beat the Bills, and maybe that's.
And they play the Bills one more time. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, so I mean that's probably another. If they could have a good season, if the Patriots have another good season, it's going to be incredible to think about us having a rivalry in that division because we haven't had one in a bit. I thought the Jets were going to come out and be second this year because I honestly and I'm not. We'll go into the Jet game. We'll go into the Jet game. I
did not think the Jets were going to be second.
We'll go into the Jet. We'll talk about all that because I'll fight about it still. I don't care that they're 0-5. I'll still fight about it because I think there's in my mind, and it's not even like a bias because I do like the Jets as well. But I'm not. I'm not
biased in you. Let's be real here.
No, I'm gonna give my non-biased take. I'll give my bias. I'll tell you when I'm being biased, but I'll tell you when I'm
New York bias in you.
I know. I'll give you a legit reason, a football reason why I feel like Jets are better than what their record is.
Mister, pick the Giants week after week. Having faith in the Giants.
Did they beat the Chargers?
Did they beat the Saints?
Anyway, next game we're gonna talk about here. So, yeah, so got that. Yeah, so I mean, like that's just you know, but I think that the
that didn't happen, right? That game is totally wiped from your memory.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. I like they had a bye week this week. It was incredible. They gave him a loss out of respect for the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Next week we're gonna have. I want to talk about I'm gonna skip over some games. I'm not really gonna talk about. There's some of them just don't deserve to be talked about. I want to talk about like this Carolina Miami game. That was just disgusting to watch. Honestly, like I'm not even impressed by it. I'm Carolina won. That's huge.
They were up 17-0.
And you lost that game.
Like really Miami's just in a hole. I don't know what's going on in Miami, but
I'll tell you what's going on.
Miami needs to find help real quick.
They beat the Jets, and they thought they were on top of the world, and they realized real quick why Tyreek Hill is the reason why they do anything. And then their defense didn't do nothing. Waddle had a great game that game, and then Darren Waller had a game too, but they really couldn't get nothing going. There was no rushing at all that game. No rushing for them. But you know who did have rushing? Carolina. Dowdle comes in for 206 yards. I said it last week when the Jets ran all over them within the first 2 quarters. If Carolina can come in and have a good game running, they'll win this game. And that's exactly what they did. 206 yards for Dowdle. Rico Dowdle. That's
by the way,
nearly 10 yards.
We didn't even hit the 40-point. You didn't even hit your 40 win mark in predictions.
Nope. Nope. I'm still down. I'm down by 1. I'm down by 1 right now on that. That's just sad. We'll get into the predictions thing after, but
oh boy.
But that's all I had to say about that game. Is just Dowdle. Amazing game. I did want to highlight that because if you are a Carolina Panthers fan, that's incredible to see. That was nice to see. They've had good running all year between Hubbard and now Dowdle coming out 206 yards. That's incredible. That's a good sign to look for. Now you just need an actual decent quarterback behind there, even though Bryce Young didn't do too bad. But I don't think Bryce Young's your QB of the future. I still don't. I'm sorry. But he could do good right now. He's kind of like that. He's kind of like that Trevor Lawrence feel where Trevor Lawrence is not elite, but he's like good enough. He's like below Trevor Lawrence, but he's doing his job with what he's got. He's doing what he has right now.
He's definitely superstar ranking if you're looking at it from a Madden standpoint.
Not Bryce Young, not to me. Not Bryce Young. Bryce Young's kind of
no. I said Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, he can. And then Bryce Young is like a pedestal before that, but maybe it's because he doesn't have the the people either. And now he's got McMillan there. Maybe he could actually there could be some upsides for Carolina if you really just start putting together a better offense on your team here. Like it could really show something. But right now, just we have one great receiver on your team, and then the running backs taking off. Like that's good to have. You know, you still need weapons. The O-line still needs to protect him. He got sacked 3 times. You want to see more. A lot of pressures on this game as well. But, you know, that's just, you know, but yeah. You want to get into this game because I know you want to get into it. We'll get into this Tampa versus Seattle game. We'll get into that one because that's the game you really want to head into. So we'll head into Tampa Bay versus Seattle. What's your?
I'm still looking at the Texans Ravens game because I have things I want to say about.
You
want to
go about that game first? Are we into that game first? You want to go into that game first?
No, we can talk about the Seattle.
No.
We can talk about the
Let's jump into the bloodbath. Let's go. Houston versus Baltimore. Take the floor,
brother. This Ravens defense, it's getting to the point where I don't know. You should be Well, maybe you should be talking about it this early, especially when you're the Ravens and you have your caliber team that you have over there. It's getting to the point where discussion needs to come up to where you have to fire Harburg and the defensive coordinator on this team. It's just point blank blatant at this point.
Yeah.
You have a defense with the caliber of players you have on, and you're letting the Texans put up 44 points against you.
To be fair, their defense was injured this week. A majority of their starters. A lot of their starters were injured. They had a lot of inactives.
You still have Kyle Hamilton.
He was injured.
You still
he
have...
was out. So is Roquan. Roquan
I
Smith
don't
also
care.
out.
That defense is still one of the better defenses in the league when you look at player caliber.
Yeah, 100%. But not when their starters are out. But even with their starters in, besides this game, they've still been bad. I understand the point. I get the point. I'm just saying this game they were injured. They were listed as inactive.
It doesn't matter. It's still the Texans that have been struggling. And you allowed them to possibly gain the momentum they needed to turn their season around.
Yeah. No, that was
Stroud
bad.
going almost going for 250 with 4 touchdowns on a Ravens defense. That's unacceptable.
Nearly perfection when it comes to throwing the ball. 4 incompletions total. 4 incompletions. 23 for 27. 244 yards. And then 143.9 passer rating. Damn near perfect.
To be fair, do I like the fact that they put Derrick Henry at second string? Yeah, absolutely. He's struggling right now. You have to do what you have to do. You have to move him down. And make him find his make him get out of his slump. You can't start him when he already fumbled 4 weeks in a row.
Was he second string? He had the most rushes that game. Was he second string?
I believe what's his name was starting, got the starting role over him.
Keaton Mitchell?
Yeah.
He only had 3 rushes. Unless he
had the starting role. That's what I saw all week going up to it. Even you put it in the NFL news.
Yeah, well, I think he was coming in. I don't know if he had the starting job though. I think he was just back in the game though. You know, but I think overall though, what's it called? I don't think Derrick Henry. You know, he also did play good though. He still did bad. 15 carries for.
That whole team did bad. And you can see how bad they are without Lamar Jackson. That offense, you have nobody commanding that offense like Lamar Jackson can.
Yeah, and even him, like that team's been bad even with Lamar Jackson. That's sad to see. The defense hasn't been putting up the numbers we were expecting. Like you said, the defense needed to be better all season long, not just this game, but
this is a consistent. They've been consistently bad.
Oh my God! Look at this! I didn't even realize how bad it was. 41 points against the 40 points against the Bills, 38 points against the Lions, 37 points against the Chiefs, and then 44 points against the Texans. They are the worst.
This is going down historically bad territory for a Ravens defense with these kind of caliber players.
That's horrible.
I think it's time you have a coaching adjustment.
I didn't even realize it was. I knew they were bad, but that many points bad. Oh my God, what did they? What?
They have 177 points against.
How many points for?
To 141.
You put up 141 points and you're still 1-4 right now is insane.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. You can't be.
You're the best team at scoring offense, but your defense can't stop a fucking ball for their life.
Not the best team. Not the best team.
I said one of the best.
Oh, you said the best. I was about to say not the best team.
Okay, one of the best teams on offense.
One of the best teams.
I mean, Indy. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Indy has with 100.
It's the Lions with
170. Lions.
Yeah, 174 right now.
They're bounced back after week 1, man. They're looking like that Lions team of last year.
But again, this Houston team. Like, where does this take the Houston Texans? They're 2-3 right now.
They got the momentum they needed.
Do you think this sparks them? They're 2-3 right now. Do you think they can come back into this division?
The fact that Stroud put up 4 touchdowns, and we've been talking about how he hasn't even had 1 touchdown in any of their games, or at least 1 touchdown. Stroud got his spark back.
So right now, but you're in a division right now with the almighty Tennessee Titans. Like, you have them beating you have them in the division with the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
For how bad the Texans were before this game, they kept up with the Buccaneers and kept it within a field goal win for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I think they could beat the Colts if this game catapults them to that point.
Do you think they could beat the Jaguars as well? Like, because they're both 4-1 right now. Both those teams are 4-1, and the Colts have no sign. Colts haven't slowed down yet. They just beat the Raiders 40-9. They beat them down. So if you had
the Raiders, let's not hold this to as high a standards as you're beating the Chiefs to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I get it. That's what I'm saying, though. But, like, regardless, though, but the Colts haven't just beat the Raiders, though. But they've been doing good.
Still ran all over them, so.
But they still do. They still been playing great this season. The Colts.
But even for how bad the Raiders were and how Genty still had a pretty good day at rushing against the Colts.
Do you have who do you have winning this division? At a third of the season in, who do you have winning this division?
I wouldn't be surprised if Houston just pulled up a big where this is the win that can catapult them to being the number 1 seed.
Wow.
Or it would have to come down to whenever the Colts versus Jaguars game happen, who takes first blood. Wow.
So you're thinking that Houston can come back and win this?
Absolutely.
They still, you know what's crazy about this? They all still have to verse 2 times. The what is it? The Colts still have to verse the Texans twice. They still have to verse the Jaguars
let's be
twice.
real. Daniel Jones is gonna do some Daniel Jones thing this year.
I hope he does.
We know it.
It's been pissing me off that he hasn't, and I'm really upset the fact that he's 4-1 right now.
It's gonna happen. Daniel Jones is gonna Daniel Jones.
That is my New York Giants bias. I'm mad. Well, actually, you know what? I'm happy for him. I did deny him though, and I still do deny him. I'm sorry, Colts fans.
Kudos for him for being having a decent year. But we know Daniel Jones. We've seen it time and time again. He's gonna pull off some stupid shit at some point.
So do you think that this division is probably right now, not every year, but I'm saying right now, this year.
Closer. I think it's closer than it is on paper.
This year, do you think that the AFC South, which is Houston and all of them, do you think this is one of the better divisions in the AFC right now? Behind probably the AFC West? No?
No.
Really? Besides the AFC West, because I think they're the strongest division.
I think they're heading in the right direction. These 3 teams. I don't think they're at top of their level to where they can compete with the likes of a Broncos team,
Well, that's why I said besides the AFC West. Like, do you think they could be one of the... Like, there's 4 divisions in the conference. Do you think they could be better than the AFC North? Do you think that right now, do you think they're better than the AFC North or the AFC East? Or do you think those divisions are still more competitive?
The AFC North?
Yeah.
You still have to get through the Steelers, and the Steelers' defense is a defense that can shut any team down. with TJ Watt being there.
So do you
He's
think
he's a force that can he's just like his brother. You don't need much on that defense to stop you when you have TJ or
so you think the
JJ
AFC
Watt.
you think the AFC North is better than the AFC South right now?
Yes.
I disagree. I disagree right now because I think the only one that is competitive in that AFC North right now is the Steelers. Exactly that is the Steelers. I think everyone
Yes,
else
but
is terrible.
at the same time, do you think Baltimore is going to make that coaching change that's going to get them back to where they could be with this defense?
I don't know if we're going to see Baltimore in the playoffs this year. Plain and simple.
I still think it's possible we can.
They can 100%, but I don't know what's possible. Not many teams go 1-4, bounce back, and get into the playoffs. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not an easy thing to do, but I think if you had the right coach at the helm, because obviously Orr isn't doing the job he's supposed to be.
I doubt
if
you're cutting. You're not cutting the coach midseason. We just went over that with the Jets. You're not going to do that midseason and make that mistake. You're not. Without their playing right now is bad.
How bad the defense is.
I don't
with
think
how Orr has been controlling that defense.
I don't think
you don't think they're gonna.
No.
You don't think they're gonna?
No, not this season.
I disagree.
Off season,
I disagree.
You think they're gonna make the coaching?
You want your team to put up 350 points by the end of the year?
Do you think they're gonna come ahead and redesign their entire playbook mid-season?
Yeah. At this point, it's blatantly obvious you have to make a change.
You're nuts.
It's not your players.
Look, I don't disagree at the fact that they need a different defensive standpoint right now, but they're not going to do that mid-season if they were to do a coaching change.
It's not going to take, and don't get me wrong, with the caliber of players they have on defense, I don't think it's going to take them long to get into a whole new scheme.
Crazy to me. I don't know.
Because you look at Baltimore. You have Roquan Smith, Kyle Van Noy, Nate Wiggins, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey. These are very intelligent players that know how... Oh, and don't even get me... And then you have... I didn't even mention him. Matabuka.
Injured for the season, right?
Yes. He's on IR. I don't think it's for a season.
I could have swore it was for the season.
But you have Matabuka on defense too. This team should not be as bad as they are. And I don't think it's the players' fault. I think it's more a coaching thing at this point.
Oh, we went before and you said sometimes not the coach, it's the players. Now you're revoking that, huh? Now you're saying it's the coach and not the players now.
You think it's the players that they have why they're struggling this hard?
I think that the play calling definitely has something to do with it, but I think the players also are not playing the best of their abilities. I don't think Roquan Smith has had the ability to lock down the run. I don't think Kyle Hamilton has been his best on the coverage that he has been playing against the receivers he has been playing against. I do think there are definitely downfalls to this team right now that have not been doing good besides the coaching. I think coaching
the coaching change will be made by week 7.
Ah, you're nuts to me. I can't.
If they still struggle this bad,
because so right now as they stand, do you think that they can make the playoffs?
Right now, going into next week, who do the Ravens even play next week?
They have a tough schedule. They do have a tough schedule.
They play the Rams next week. Oh boy.
Yeah, tough schedule. They don't have a tough schedule.
They're gonna get steamrolled 2 weeks in a row, and it's gonna be fucking.
There's no saving. They don't have a tough schedule.
Oh,
they have a tough schedule, and on top of that,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and they still have to go. And I think that, and I know everyone's going to discount them, and I don't discount them because I think they're a good team as well. Everyone can bash them if they want, but they have to versus the Bears in the week after that. I think the Bears can win that game too. You give them a defense they could light it up against, they'll light it up against, and I think the Bears are one of those teams that could absolutely do that with their offense. So I could see them losing that game as well. They might have a freebie against like the Dolphins, but then you have the Vikings who can give them a tough game. The Browns, if Lamar Jackson's still hurt for whatever awful reason, then yeah, the Jets, and then the Bengals again by But the second game of the versus the Bengals, they could have Joe Burrow back as well.
Okay, this is very bad. The Ravens has given up the most points by at least 20 points.
Yeah. That's
in
nearly
the
a full
league.
game. That's nearly a full game. And the team below that is Cincinnati, who we already thought was terrible. And like that was never to be discussed with. They were supposed to be the worst defense.
156.
Yeah.
The Jets are higher than them.
Oh, well then whatever. I mean, yeah, I guess the Jets too. I was looking at them. But I mean, yeah, there's that. But
And that's a 20-point gap.
For me though, now, even with Lamar Jackson being in, I still think that the AFC South is better than the AFC North right now. At this current moment for this season. I'm not saying every season. I don't know how the AFC South will be next season, but right now is a good indication. I think the Colts, the Jaguars, and somewhat the Texans are better than the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bengals. I mean, yeah, there's still the Browns and the Titans too, but really neither one of them are blowing anyone out of the water. I mean, the Browns have a good defense, especially with Myles Garrett. But I think that the AFC South right now is better than the AFC North.
It's going based off reputation-wise.
Reputation for sure.
I don't think
the AFC
they
North
can
is better.
compete with the NFC North,
AFC North. I don't disagree with that, but right now you have the Bengals who missed the playoffs last year. They're going to probably miss the playoffs again this year. You have the Ravens who are probably going to miss the playoffs this year too, unless they make a dramatic change like you're saying. And that's if it even works. And then you have the Steelers, and then no one else is good on that. Like, there's really not much going on. Then the AFC South, you have 2 playoff teams right now. And then you have Houston Texans, which you're saying is going to get a spark. That would be 3 teams right now doing great in that division. And you have just basically the Steelers. Now, if Lamar Jackson and Henry can come around and really make an impact this year, but really that's like an if factor right now. I think the AFC South has the better division. At the moment, as of right now, as of week 5 recording this, I think they have the better team. Do you want to go into this disgraceful game?
The game you want to forget from your memory?
Do you want to go into this disgraceful game?
The game you want to forget about your memory, no?
The worst game of the season. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
So let's do it. Denver Broncos versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This was by far...
He's not going to talk about it. I love it.
I want to escape it for as long as possible. I really do. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about it. It's just, it's too hard. It's too hard witnessing this.
Oh, it ain't gonna even. You had all the hope.
And that hope is still there.
Okay, you're like a Cowboys fan right now. all the hope that will be the, oh, it's our season, our season.
Did you see what I put on Twitter for the
No.
The Cup Chase Part 31? My bias is strong sometimes. It is. I can willfully understand that it is. All right, yeah. Let's talk about it. The Giants versus the Giants versus the freaking the goddamn New Orleans Saints. The Giants played their best, but the Saints were just too good, and that was it. And there's really not much else to talk about. So anyway, Denver versus Philly.
Best. They didn't get a touchdown in the last 2 quarters. They played their best.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
The Saints absolutely steamrolled us from the second quarter on.
Jackson Dart had 2 passing touchdowns back to back. And I was ecstatic. They had 14 points. They were up 14-3 in this game. And
then the Cam Scatable fumble happened, and the Jackson Dart fumble happened.
And the 2 interceptions happened. This was a terrible game, and I'm sorry, because you know what, Jackson Dart, I do love you. I think you played great here against the Chargers. This was a terrible game. Not to mention the sliding thing. I'm not even going to the sliding thing. Huh?
It was a rookie being too cocky.
I don't like how he ran with the ball. Not even the sliding. Not even the touch on that. But the fact that he just ran palm down, like with the ball going down, and just dropped it. He didn't get hit. He just dropped the ball.
Yeah. It was a
That-
rookie being way too cocky.
That was terrible. He ran with the ball like he was running down the street. And then his 2 interceptions were god awful as well. They were just, I didn't like the reads. Like, even watching the game, I was like, oh, that guy's open. He didn't look at the read. I understand not much time in the pocket, but even then, no, I feel like he still had time in the pocket that game. And he still just, it was not good. 2 interceptions were bad. That was a bad game by Dart. Scatterbo, and I forgive Scatterbo for his fumble, okay? He had a bad fumble, but I don't blame him for that game. I really don't. Jackson Dart was the main reason for that game being what it was. The defense didn't play bad. I would have liked to see more sacks. What's going on with this front seven? Why are we not seeing sacks? I'm sick of it. I don't care about the pressures. I don't care about whatever.
They're sending them out in coverage. I don't know why you're having Abdul Carter go back in coverage. Why are you having Burns back in coverage? These are players that should be pressuring the quarterback.
I want to see more.
Taking stress off of Brian Dexter Lawrence and what's his name? Oh my God, who's the other guy? Oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, real quick.
Brian Burns?
No.
Other defensive tackle? Darius?
Darius Alexander.
Yeah.
You have to take pressure off of them. They're getting double teamed because they're knowing that they can lock these guys down and you're not getting pressures.
And speaking of, because Darius Alexander was a starter this game beside Dexter Lawrence, and he played a great game. He was to watch. I liked the rookie coming and did great. I don't want, there's no reason. You're going and
playing man. Well, why are you playing man with this freaking, oh my God, with this defense?
Not even
we don't have.
Hold on.
We don't have a defensive
timeout because we had the defense. The problem is we have one guy that is not the guy to be playing man with. And I'm sorry, Giants fans, hate me if you want, but he's a bust. Deonte Banks. Every time the ball goes to this guy, I'm almost assuming it's getting caught without even having to look at the TV. I'm assuming the ball is caught. He just can't play man coverage. He's just not there in the NFL for a man coverage team. Flott plays fine. Drew Phillips plays good. What's his name? Adebo? Amendbo? Whatever his name is. Plays great as well. They're all playing good. Newman, yeah, but they're all playing good. It's just Deonte Banks that I feel like is the problem when it comes to playing man, and it's an issue. I want to see more.
That touchdown should have never happened.
No, it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have. That was a blown coverage. That was terrible to watch. That was bad.
He didn't even have to make a move to get through that middle of the field.
Ran straight. He ran the whole field with a Tom and Jerry animation, just going like this the entire way, and then just lands in him, and then just ran. What do we? Come on, man! And it was just such a bad. Oh God. That was terrible. I want to see them bounce back, but they're versing the Eagles.
You're having a lot of faith in this team.
Going with the Giants next week. This is why I'm not going to win the predictions race. It simply is. This is the reason why I can't. That's the whole.
Well, the team you want to beat them is not going to happen because Denver beat them already.
At home.
Yeah.
They beat them at home. That was the crazy part. They beat them at home, which was nuts to me. You know, like.
And came back from behind in the fourth quarter.
Oh my God! But yeah,
because the Eagles were locking them down the whole game. The Broncos couldn't do anything, and then the Eagles collapsed.
Yeah, that was. What's with them collapsing? The last 2 weeks now. Versus Tampa.
It's Jalen Hurts thinking all he has to do is run the ball with Saquon Barkley. And I'm sorry, but you had two of the best wide receivers in the league. When Devontae Smith and AJ Brown are at the
That
top of their game,
that's poor wording. That's poor
you
wording.
have
Let's
two of the
not
best
come
wide
on.
receivers in the league.
That's poor wording. Some of the best wide receivers. I'm not going to say the top wide receivers in the league. Are you putting AJ
Devontae
Brown
Smith
top
had,
5? You're not putting AJ
not the
Brown
way
top
he has
5.
been the last 2 years, no.
Are you?
But he was a top 5 receiver in this league. You're saying his time with the Titans did not prove he was a top guy in the league. On why the Eagles went to go get him. The Eagles gave up a lot for him.
I think yeah, which is just crazy because he's not doing anything over there now, which is nuts to me. And it's not his fault.
And why is that? You have a quarterback that's not throwing you the ball.
Yeah, which is not. I actually just got rid of him in fantasy. I tossed him.
Oh, I dropped Devontae Smith last week. I was not dealing with it. That's why I went to go pick up Patty Mahomes. I had to drop Devontae Smith.
I can't do it. You know,
I mean, hey, he had 114 yards. Wow, okay, throwing one guy the ball is going to help you win a game.
Yeah, no, it was bad. But yeah, the collapse was crazy, and for it to happen
I think this is more so a Jalen Hurts problem at this point. He doesn't trust his arm because he's not throwing his guys the ball at all.
So you're blaming him. You're blaming. You are blaming Jalen Hurts.
Who else are you blaming?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there are a lot
You're blaming Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, who have shown time and time again that they're open.
I'm not
running their routes.
I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming, I think, more so personally. I don't know if it's all by design or not, but I'd like to think that there's a lot of run plays due to the play calling. They're a run first team. They really are a run first team, even without they're not making Jalen Hurts use his arm, I think, in a lot of situations. There are passing plays in which he decides to run it anyway. But I mean, like, I don't feel like that happens more than them running the ball. I think they run like 70% of the time over anything. That's my personal thought. When I look at this game, when I look at these games, I think they like to run it more than anything in any game. For the most part. Like, how did Jalen Hurts do this game? Like, how was his stats this game? Did he even look that horrible?
23 for 38 with 280, 2 TDs.
Still had. How many have 280?
Yeah.
I mean, his incompletion ratio was bad. It was bad. The incompletion ratio was bad. But I mean, he still has 0 interceptions in the league, though. 0 interceptions right now in the season.
Why should I care about that when you're not even trying to go to your top guys?
Because he has 0 interceptions. But here's the thing, right? It's a problem.
At that point, it's on you. It's not on your guys. You're just throwing the ball away because you don't trust your guys to make a play. That's on Jalen Hurts at the end of the day.
I don't know. I mean, because even what they ran, because they did throw it a lot this game. They did throw it. They threw it 38 times. They only rushed it 6, 8, 10, 11 times total. And Jalen Hurts only ran twice with the ball. He ran twice. He had 2 carries for the ball. He just got sacked 6 times. He held the ball for too long. That's for certain.
Yeah, he's not trusting his guys.
Because even Bo Nix didn't have a good game. Bo Nix had actually literally the same kind of game. The only difference was he didn't get sacked 6 times. That's the only difference. So, I mean, but he still did just as bad, honestly. And he only had 1 touchdown. So I don't know if it's a Jalen Hurts issue, personally. I really don't. Devontae Smith got 8 receptions, 114 yards. He really did. He did good this game. This game, he did good. Not saying every game because they obviously don't like to throw it to him often. A.J. Brown had 5 receptions for 43 yards. Really nothing crazy. You know, like not much that I'm looking at here. Their tight end, even though Goddard got a touchdown, that's bad for him. He had 3 receptions with 9 targets. That's a bad ratio there.
Jalen Smith is either overthrowing his targets or not making the reads he needs to.
But is that every game though? I don't know if that's every game. So you think Jalen Hurts right now?
We've watched. He was not throwing the ball against the Buccaneers.
He wasn't. He definitely wasn't. He did have a collapse, but I mean, like, I don't know if there. I don't want to say it's Jalen Hurts fully. I really don't. I
Oh
think
no,
they think.
I'm totally blaming Jalen Hurts.
So you think right now he is the sole reason for this loss
Yes.
in general?
You doing this is making your receivers lose faith in you. And you
Okay.
see it time and time again. You saw it last year when A.J. Brown was just reading a book on the sideline, and everybody said this was going to be a bigger issue. Oh, this was a non-issue. It's an issue. His guys are losing faith in him to be their quarterback.
Okay. I mean, I don't know, man, because when I go back and I look at that Super Bowl, right? And they were all jumping around cheering and they were
It was the
happy as
Eagles'
hell.
defense that mainly carried them away with that.
Oh
And yeah,
no,
okay, you
come
had
on.
Saquon.
No,
You had
Saquon was like a non-factor in that game. That was a lot of Jalen Hurts in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, what was he doing? Running the ball with his feet for the
Bro,
most
if I go
part.
look at nah, come on. Let's not play that. Like I'm an Eagles hater. I'm a goddamn Giants
That
fan.
defense locked it down.
Bro, they
The
did. They
Chiefs,
played a great game, the defense, but let's not pretend that they did bad on
I'm
offense.
putting them a win. I'm not giving them that Super Bowl and saying, "Oh, it's Jalen Hurts is
Oh
doing."
my
No,
god.
it was the Eagles'
Oh
defense is doing.
my god. You're kidding me right now? We're gonna do this right now. We gotta do this. You're gonna oh Lord. Lord. Oh come on, man. We gotta this. Ah. In the
What the Eagles'
postseason,
defense is doing.
in the postseason alone, right? Hertz went nearly 67% completion ratio, 93 completions for 139 attempts. Wait on what? This is yeah no this is postseason. Wow, he conveniently enough. Wait, huh? Is this the right thing? Hold on. Hold on. I think it's messed up. Hold on.
You're telling me he went 17 for 22 with 221 yards.
Yeah,
He had 2 touchdowns. The guy had 72 rushing yards on 11 carries.
both are good.
I don't care. I will stand on this. Jalen Hurts, yes, he did good. The defense was locked down for them.
There was 221 yards with so little passing attempts. There are guys in the league that are struggling to do that right now. Against easy defensive teams.
The Eagles' defense did not give up a point until the 3rd quarter. And it was a field goal.
And the Philadelphia Eagles capitalized on it. Jalen Hurts capitalized on it.
I don't think, like I said, I don't think because of how good the field position was that the Eagles defense was giving them, the NFL handed them the MVP.
You know what? Because I don't care. You know what I'm going to do here right now? I'm going to make the most ruthless fan base hate you right now. Jalen Hurts. Ranking in quarterbacks. Where are you putting him in the league?
Not high, just like the Eagles fan base would.
Where do you put him?
Not high.
32 teams, up just 32 quarterbacks. Where are you putting him out of 32?
Right now, I'm not putting him over Bo Nix. I am not putting him over Justin Herbert. I am not putting him over. You're putting him over those players.
I'm putting him over Bo Nix.
I'm not. Bo Nix has completely looked like a better player this year than Jalen Hurts has.
Not against the Eagles. He looked exactly the same as Jalen Hurts.
You're going off yearly stats for this, aren't you? Or are you going off one game?
I'm going off of this season right now. It's a ranking. I'm not going off of every year. I'm going off of this season.
Bo Nix is over him. You're fighting that point.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not.
I don't think he's done bad this season. Like I said, nearly 7. He's got 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's one of the least amount of interceptions kind of person in the league. He had 1 bad season with interception. That was 15.
I am not putting. Okay, you want to know where I put him? Because I'm looking at season stats right now.
Yeah. Okay. So where are you putting him in the league? Where do you put him?
Jalen Hurts doesn't even crack the top 15.
Bro, what?
Yeah, go look at stats.
No,
He's
I'm not talking
even
about
in the
just
top
stats.
15.
Screw just the stats part from what you're watching. What are you putting him on?
You have to.
Not just
when it comes to this. Guy only's thrown 888 yards. You're ranking him over some of these guys? I'm not.
Hold on. Right now, yards-wise, Drake May is 5th. Daniel Jones is 3rd. Are you putting him below Daniel Jones and Drake May?
They're having better seasons than him right now. Yes, I am.
If you're in a Madden franchise, are you taking these two quarterbacks over Jalen Hurts?
Who?
Daniel Jones and Drake May.
I'll take Daniel Jones in a Madden franchise. Right now.
Over Jalen Hurts.
You're telling me he's not having a better season. Guy only threw an interception, his first interception last week.
And Jalen Hurts still hasn't thrown one yet.
He's not even cracking 1,000 yards this year.
Daniel Jones has...
You want a quarterback that's just going to run you the ball?
Daniel Jones has 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jalen Hurts has 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Who has thrown the ball more to put you in better field positions?
What's his completion rate? 71%. So he's 107 for 150, Daniel Jones, right now. Jalen Hurts is 93 for 139. He's thrown less.
He doesn't even crack over the completion percentage is just shy of 65.
His completion rate, what are you talking about? His completion ratio is 66.9.
Yeah, again, I'm taking Daniel Jones when you compare it stat-wise this year.
You're nuts. You're goddamn nuts.
No, I'm not.
Are you taking Sam Darnold over Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Are you taking Geno Smith, who has more yards? You're taking Geno Smith? Okay. Okay, I had to see how crazy you were.
He also has a lower fucking completion rate than him, 65%. But
he doesn't. He has a better one. He has 66.9.
Geno Smith has 65.
Oh, I thought you were talking about him having lower than Geno Smith. That's what I thought you were crazy with.
No, I said Geno Smith has a lower one than him.
Right now, if you're talking quarterbacks, if I have to put him somewhere, Jalen Hurts right now to me is still a top 10 quarterback. The only people I'm putting him ahead of him right now, and out of how they're playing, from what I'm seeing, not even just going off the stats, just because of what I'm seeing, I'll take Matthew Stafford. I'll take Baker Mayfield. You know what? Even with the interception that he had against the Jaguars, with what he has right now, what he's working with, I'll take Patrick Mahomes. I'll take Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. That's 4.
I'm still taking CJ. I'm still taking CJ Stroud over. I don't care what you say on how bad of a year he's having. I'm taking Stroud over Jalen Hurts.
I love Stroud. I'm a Stroud fan. I love Stroud.
I'm taking Stroud over Jalen Hurts.
Jalen goes at the 5 for me. He's still a top 5 quarterback right now in this league to me.
No way.
Yeah, get out of here.
He's outside the top 10 for me.
I'm not taking Daniel Jones over him, and I'm not taking Drake.
Well, that's your Giants bias coming in.
He's an Eagles quarterback. Where's my Giants bias coming in?
I said that's your Giants bias towards Daniel Jones, that you don't like him because he was on the team and he wasn't that good. But he's showing he could be a good quarterback this year.
That makes sense. I would rather Daniel Jones win over Jalen Hurts. My Giants bias is not going to tell me I want an Eagles player to be better than a ex-Giant player.
Well, you're doing it.
No, I'm not.
I'm taking Daniel Jones.
This is you just being argumentative. Oh my God, that's nuts to me.
You're taking Jalen Hurts over Justin Herbert.
Oh.
You're taking him over Lamar Jackson.
Right now, yeah, definitely right now, 100%.
No,
he hasn't done good on offense either. He hasn't done great on offense either. He's another one who's also he's having an okay season, but he's nothing to brag about. Right now, I'll take him over him. Yeah, 100%. And then Justin Herbert, Yeah, I'll take him over Justin Herbert. I will. I will take him. And here's my reasoning. Justin Herbert right now is 65.7%
You are out of
ratio.
your mind.
Bro, and he's been making mistakes too. He has
You are
Lad
out of your
McConkey.
mind.
He's not throwing to Lad McConkey. He has Thornton, who he's throwing to, which is great. New up-and-coming receiver. That's awesome.
Taking Jalen Hurts over Jared Goff.
All right, I'll take Jared Goff. I'll take Jared Goff over him. So 6 then right now. Yeah, but I don't really see him going down.
Did you say Josh Allen and
Yeah, I did.
Mahomes?
I said, yeah, I did say both of them.
I heard you say Matt Stafford,
Right,
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford. I'll put Jared Goff in. This is not in order, by the way. Jared Goff, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Who else did I say? Stafford, Mayfield, Mahomes, Allen, Goff. So yeah, no, 6. So 5 QBs out of him.
Even though Burrows haven't played, are you taking him over Burrow?
No. Yes, I am taking him over Burrow. I'm taking him over
no.
Burrow. Listen,
no.
Burrow's a great quarterback, but here's the problem with him, right? Constantly, and he finds a way, especially in playoffs. If we're trying to win for the rest of the season, I'm taking him. I'll take him over Burrow because, well, he's proven he can do it. Here's the thing.
Doesn't crack the top 10 for me. Sorry.
You're nuts. You're just nuts. You're nuts to me. I'd like top 10 for sure. Top 5 debatable. Top 5 debatable right now. Nope. I do not care. You can call me wrong. If you're watching this, let me know. Who do you got in this? Like, am I wrong here? Do I sound like the crazy one? Because I think he sounds crazy in this. This is not even top 10 is just.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm not giving him the MVP for last year. I'm giving that whole Eagles defense MVP. Especially Cooper DeJean.
I'll kick you off this podcast.
Why?
So fast. Come on. I mean, the defense did.
And this is a Giants fan giving positive vibes towards the Eagles. Yeah, I don't like the way Jalen Hurts played. I don't like the way he played in the Super Bowl. I don't think his numbers are that great to where you're getting these field positions from your defense. The defense absolutely won them that game and set the tone for the whole game.
The defense did win them that game. I am not arguing that. I'm stating the fact that Jalen Hurts still had a big factor in that game because we've seen time and time again when a defense does the work, but the offense can't do something with it. Jalen Hurts, every drive, did something with it. Every time he did get the ball, it was put in someone's hands. He still did a great job passing, no matter what. He sliced up that defense. He didn't let Chris Jones get to him. And by the way, still one of the funniest interactions today, which was that when they versed this season. And you
don't even have 100 yards.
Shut up and take the L's. That was still the greatest thing to me to see that.
No, but today, if we're looking at stats, I honestly don't believe
it's not just about stats only. It's not.
Well, even about play because I've been watching their games.
So, but
each game, he does not look good this year.
I'm still taking him over those guys.
I'm taking other quarterbacks over him.
But taking someone like Drake May over him is blasphemous.
Yes.
Daniel Jones is still blasphemous. I don't care what you say.
Drake May had looked better this year. So has Daniel Jones. I'm taking them on my team as it stands this year.
As it stands this year, I'm still putting them on. I don't care. This could be the next 50 minutes of the podcast.
Okay,
I'm not doing this.
And get ready to have your receivers hate you.
I'm not fine.
As the GM.
If I win a Super Bowl, let them hate me all they want, as long as I win.
Oh yeah? Who's he gonna throw to help you win the Super Bowl? Because he's not throwing to his guys.
But he did last season, did he not?
Oh my God. 1 year. And even then, Saquon was that offense too, because he had 205,000 yards.
Are you telling me that one time is insignificant? You would kill right now for the Giants to have a Super Bowl championship.
I would.
You would kill for the Yankees to have a championship, right? Too.
The Yankees have a desperate
Okay,
need to
all right.
win.
I would kill
Okay,
for the Rangers
you're talking about
to
two
win
teams.
one.
Okay, wait.
One.
You're talking about two teams. You're talking about a team that we already beat in the Philadelphia Phillies already to win a World Series. So I'm not concerned about the Phillies.
But it's not about the Phillies. It's about the fact that you would care if they won one championship right now. Because I don't care. I mean, we're not Cowboys fans. Sorry, Cal. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm not. I don't want to go back 30 seasons like them or the Rangers. Okay, I got you back. All right.
But again,
see, because I made fun of my
Eagles.
team.
Listen, even then, the Eagles have built their team for success. The Giants have not. So why do I want to see them win? Absolutely. Do I think we will? No, not until we get the people that we need to actually carry this team.
But you're saying, it's just one championship, not a deal. No, and it could have been two. Again, it was a holding call on the defense. It was a holding call on the defense which stopped him. It was a holding call on the defense which stopped them winning their first one. They could have had two. Jalen Hurts played good that game too. He played phenomenal against the Chiefs.
Yes, that game he played phenomenal. But
and they lost because of the defense.
And he's been on a decline since. Yeah, last year he did good in the Super Bowl. Okay. But at the same time, he lost his trust of his wide receivers. In A.J. Brown, and now Devontae Smith this year.
I'm looking around for some. I'm looking around. Is the decline in the room with us right now? Like, is the Jalen Hurts decline in the room with us right now? I can't find it. I don't know. They're 4-1 right now. 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Fans won't hate me because they even hate Jalen Hurts' performances at some points too. So you're talking to the wrong fan base to try to turn it against me.
I'm gonna post this in the Eagles group. Sticking with them. I'm gonna post this in an Eagles group just so I can see because I want them. Oh God.
Jalen Hurts has not been consistent for the Eagles. Yes, he has. Time and time again. Oh my God! Can you let me finish?
No.
Yes, he has shown some good games. But other than that, he has shown struggles.
Like?
Should we bring up this year on how he's not throwing the ball?
He's not throwing the ball, but I think that's more towards play design.
How is that towards play design?
They ran
last
the ball
year,
a lot
okay, I can understand. But even last year, Saquon was the main reason why they got as far as they did on that defense. Saquon was a prime reason for that offense to get to where they were.
They ran a lot.
And you're telling me no.
I'm not saying no. No, I'm not saying that Saquon hasn't been the reason why they did amazing. But I'm also not saying that Jalen Hurts wasn't a contributing factor as to why they haven't had
a great O-line too. That gives Jalen Hurts some time. But even when he has the time, he doesn't throw the ball to his guys.
It's been nearly a 50-50 split. They ran it 142 times. They've passed it 139 times. It's been nearly an even split right now.
Yes, then who is he throwing to? He's throwing to his tight end, Gobbert.
Yeah, I do think they need to throw it more. And listen, I don't disagree with the fact, because I complained about this the first couple of games, where they do need to throw to their top receivers, right? 100%. I don't disagree with that. They need to throw more to their top guys, which, funnily enough, they do actually have the top targets in the season right now. A.J. Brown has 36 targets, and then Devontae Smith has 30. But, I mean, that's not a lot compared to, a lot of the other top receivers.
Over him, and Baker is not,
I'll take Baker over him.
Baker throws the ball. But if you're comparing talent-wise, Jalen Hurts should be your overall better guy than Baker Mayfield.
Talent? No, because I don't think Baker Mayfield's a bad player anyway. It's not even just this season. Baker Mayfield's a great quarterback. I believe that from the jump. I just believed he was on the Browns, and that was his big issue.
Talent-wise, I would think Jalen Hurts is a better talent than Baker Mayfield.
I don't disagree. I think he can be the better talent, but I don't think Baker Mayfield is much far behind. I think Baker Mayfield plays great. He's shown it. All of his receivers beside him, Booker, are hurt right now, and he's still doing good. Well, I mean, Godwin's back now. But, I mean, they're still playing great with them. I had them taking this division. And they still think they're going to win this division. Right? I don't think that's a problem.
No. As of now, I don't think Jalen Hurts cracked my top 10 quarterbacks this season.
All right. You know
Teddy,
what?
absolutely. I don't think as of now, from what I've seen from him, he does.
We're going to run around in circles about this, okay? Because this is going to be a nonstop topic. And I was afraid of that exactly happening because I had a feeling we were going to run into this
Hey,
bridge.
I knew what to get out of you for this, so
I
I
knew
gave you
we were
I
going to
gave you
run
your
into a
content
bridge
for the
about
week.
this. So let's go really quick into Tampa versus Seattle right now. Because, like, Tampa versus Seattle, that's a game we would need to talk about. We haven't talked about it, and I kind of want to touch on that.
I
Because that was a
mean,
great game.
Baker's doing everything to keep these games close.
That's just insane. He's
Keep these games close.
out of his mind, this guy, dude. He's playing great. He's playing phenomenal. That's the reason why I said before, I'm not to jump back into it, but he is like in my top 5 right now for quarterbacks.
Yes, I agree. He is.
Like right now, he's playing amazing. They're playing great with him. He's doing good. And then now Bucky Irving might be back this week, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, he's out this week as well. He is out as well this week. So without Bucky Irving on the team, he goes ahead and goes 29 for 33, 379 yards. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Great game by Baker
Donald had
Mayfield.
himself a day too.
He did amazing as well. 28 for 34, 341. Both really great
one
passer
interception,
ratings.
but at the same time, it's like,
he did.
does that one interception really? Well, yeah, it impacted the game, but
yeah, it does impact the game there. You know, it does impact the game.
You're still not taking away his performance he had with his 3.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
350.
Because you know what? Sam Darnold, for being Sam Darnold, because I wasn't putting him to be great on Seattle, and he came out and had this performance against Tampa Bay, and I don't knock him for that. But I thought Seattle's going to honestly
he went
flounder
from
with
Justin
him there.
Jefferson to Jason Smith. So
Yeah. And Jason Smith
really
is
didn't
going
get downgrade in receiver core right there.
Yeah. He's still doing really good over there too. Like Jackson Smith has been an up and coming receiver to me that has just been nonstop, just really good, and I'm loving it. I think he's been playing great. He had 132 yards. Mbuka had 163 yards. Another incredible game by him. He's just been star of the league right now, and we're going to touch on that. I think he's right now my rookie of the year candidate. I think he is the rookie of the year right now as we stand. He's rookie of the year for me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 1,000%. There's no, I don't think that's even a discussion. Like, it should 1,000% go to Mbuka.
Oh, no, he walked away with it after that, after those 2 touchdowns last week.
After everything, dude, after everything, man, he's incredible every single time. He has 7 receptions for 7 targets, caught every ball that went to his hands for 163 yards. Guy's incredible.
We would be talking about somebody on the Giants if the Giants, for Rookie of the Year, too, for defense, if he was playing and used to his potential.
Anyway, back to Tampa Bay. Back to Tampa Bay. I'm not talking about the Giants right now because I don't want to talk about the Giants right now. When the Giants win, we could talk about them for 2 hours for all I care. But right now, I don't want to talk about the goddamn Giants. I hate them.
We're talking. We are over the 2-hour mark right now.
No, we're not. We're I think an hour and we're an hour and 46 minutes in. Oh my god, we still have predictions to do too.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna cut that out of the podcast. I'll probably just put predictions in his own video. That's fine. It's not a big deal. So we'll kind of wrap up here soon then, for the podcast. But Tampa Bay versus Seattle, this game was incredible. Baker Mayfield played amazing. Darnold played amazing. Kenneth Walker had a great game, and I'm loving that for him because he was another one, and I love the fact that they go back and forth between him and Charbonnet, whatever you want to call it. I think his name's Charbonnet. But they played great games. Cooper Kupp had a decent game. Jackson Smith played amazing as he does. They've been having good games. I would like to see them use. Seattle, I think, has one downfall that stops them from being like a top 5 team right now. Personally,
they don't run the ball enough.
I don't think they utilize their running backs enough into their game. I would like to see them, even if they're not passing it, even if they're not running it, I would like to see them throw more because that's what we're seeing the most successful teams do right now. They're adding in their running backs to be a receiver. I mean, take San Fran, for example. McCaffrey's like their best receiver on that team. It's like he is the lifeblood of that team. If they can incorporate Kenneth Walker or Zach into there, if they can get either of those guys in there for it, they have a good 1-2 combo between them. Get them into the pass game. I would like to see more of that from them. I think they can win games a lot better with that, And their defense obviously is here and there. But, I mean, like, overall, though, they offensively, I would like to see them use them more on the running back side to throw to more. I like Kenneth Walker a lot. I like Zach Charbonnet. I think they're both good. I would like to see them as a 1-2 punch also get out there for the pass. You have 2 threats. You can go ahead and do that with them, That's what I would like to see more out of them.
No, I completely agree.
I would like to see, I want to see more of that. But I mean, overall though, it was a solid game. One of the things. What was your game of the week out of all these games? So what was the game you thought was the best? Like out of all these
It would
games.
have to be. It's between the Broncos, Eagles, and the Jaguars and Chiefs game for me.
Really? My
Yeah,
game my game of the week
because the
comes.
fact that they came back, the fact that the Broncos came back being down 17-3 in the third quarter and they got 18 points in the fourth, it just solidified that they're a team that's out there and they're going to compete. There's no stopping them from competing. They can find ways to win.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad. Honestly, I don't disagree with that. Like I can't disagree. But they're both solid games. Those are great games. All a matter of opinion. My two top games were this game and San Fran and the Rams. I think the Rams game, the San Fran versus Rams game, to me was the most exciting because it had so much drama in it. With the fact that with San Fran going down, Mac Jones getting hurt as much as he did that game, coming fighting, was just insane to see them win that game. I think it was the best win of the week because I just thought it was incredible. Honorable mention, we haven't even talked about it. Minnesota versus Cleveland was a fun game to watch too. That was a good game. That was actually a good game. I enjoyed that game. If you haven't seen it, go watch the highlights. If you're watching this, go watch those highlights.
Another comeback game for Minnesota.
That was a great game. That was so fun to watch. I watched that live from start to finish. That was just such a good game overall. That was great. Every game this week, there are a lot of good games, a lot of bad games and whatnot. That's how it is. That's what I would like to see. And we didn't even touch on the Jets. If you want to touch on the Jets real quick, like just a little bit, we don't have to go.
What is there to touch on with that game? Honestly, it's the same struggles we've seen from the Jets time and time again.
I guess I'll ask the big question, right? Because I think for me right now, it's I'll answer first because I kind of wanted to touch on this. I think everyone has different opinions about it, but I see people blaming, like they're blaming like various things. The one I keep seeing is Justin Fields the issue? And for me, it's a no. I don't think Justin Fields is the issue with this team. I think Justin Fields actually played good. Yes, Jets fans, I do think Justin Fields has played good. I think if you're saying otherwise right now, you're kind of in the wrong. And if I don't see how
O-line is struggling.
The O-line is the biggest issue with this team right now on offense, because even when the defense does get out there and stop a team, they can't get back on offense and do anything. The offensive line is just not doing their job. They're either when they're not getting penalties called on them.
How many false starts has that offense had?
Yeah, it's insane. False starts, holdings, and illegal formations. Obviously, it's 3 things, but they're always called on them. It's messy. It's sloppy. You were one of the most penalized teams in the league. Now the Giants, and unfortunately, it's the offensive line. The defense has had their injuries, and that's why they're struggling getting any kind of rush like defense in there against them. They're hard to play with right now. It's a tricky thing, but I think their defense is less sloppy than their offensive line is. I think their offensive line makes the defensive go out there too often for them to even have a good game. The amount of penalties, the amount of times I've seen Justin Fields go out and be, 3rd and 17, 2nd and 26 was insane. And a lot of it had to do with a lot of penalties, man. It wasn't good. You could say that he needs to get rid of the ball faster, but I mean, so what? They have like one weapon out there besides Breece Hall, and it's Garrett Wilson. And I love Garrett Wilson. I'm sorry though, but he's not going to be the only reason why your offense. He's not. To me, he's not like a Justin Jefferson. He's not like a Malik Neighbors. He's a great guy, but he's still an elite wide receiver. But you need help around him, and I think the offensive line doesn't give enough time for Justin Fields to actually get out there. I don't think he's the issue. He's not the greatest quarterback by any means, but I think he's still good enough for you to get 2 to 3 years out of while you figure out a QB situation. If you'd actually have an offensive line there to work with. Personally, It's that offensive line is a whole issue. The penalties are just the worst. And turnovers, too. Turnovers are bad as well. They're both bad. They're both just easily bad. But that's what they need to work on is turnovers. They haven't gotten a turnover yet. They've yet to get a takeaway. And their offensive line is god awful right now. That's all I have to say about it.
It's not a. I agree. It's not a Justin Fields problem. It's an offensive line problem. The offensive line, like you said, they're giving up way too many penalties to even give Justin Fields a chance to try to go downfield with the ball or make plays, and it's severely costing them.
Really is. It's bad. All right though. I think we're gonna call it here for today. I think it was a good podcast. I actually enjoyed that. Hope you had fun, Dan. It was really good to have. It was a good time.
Gave you content for the week.
Finally, he's doing his job. Way to go, guys! Everyone, clap for Dan. He's doing something. There he is. He's not watching.
Even though you want to try to turn the whole fan base against me.
Oh, I will. I'm
when I live in Philadelphia and I hear the talk.
That he lives in Philadelphia. You guys know. Dox him. I'm not joking. Don't actually do that, please. But yeah, we're almost at the 2-hour mark here, so we are going to call it for today. I appreciate you guys coming for watching the podcast. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with another edition of the BSBN podcast. Have a good rest of your day and enjoy week 6.
Good week, guys.
We'll be back with predictions videos shortly.